Basically, we just had the idea of going off and doing a little duo thing when Steve was working with Paul Weller. And Oscar plays piano and bass, and I play guitar, and we kind of do the songs that people know, you know, for our Chicago scene, but they're largely done in the way that they were written.
You said you'd seen light from near the floor. You opened every closing door. Thank you for always being there. For all the nights in which we shared, and you know I'll always care. If it ever gets you down, you know I'd always be around, 'cause too much just ain't enough.
Was there a moment when you just sat back and went, this is incredible?
I think it was when we were on our way to the Albert Hall for the first time, which I think was in February '97. And there was a sort of those sort of trooper type lights doing our name over the dome of the Albert Hall. It was like, we've made it.
Yeah.
We've done it.
Well, we're here. Made it at last.
Yep, and I guess what we've got to start figuring out is why we're here.
Right.
Really what we're wanting to achieve over these 4 days in terms of getting the history of the Hearing Voices Network. I think we need to look at where it all began.
Hearing voices is a normal human experience.
Sentire voci è un'esperienza umana normale.
And if you have not heard voices yet, do not worry.
E se non avete ancora sentito voci finora, non preoccupatevi.
There is still time.
Avete ancora tempo.
Hi, my name's Ron Coleman, and I'm here in Italy as part of fulfilling an ambition that we've had for a number of years, and that is to somehow capture the history of the Hearing Voices Network. The network established almost 25 years ago now by Marius Rom and Sandra Escher, and it seemed appropriate at this time to capture on film and document what had really happened over the last 25 years. We arrived in Italy, and one of the first things we had to do was to really sit down and map out what we were trying to achieve over the 4 days that we were here. This was really important because sometimes over time, histories can get distorted, and we wanted to make a truthful record of what had happened and how we have got to the place we are.
Marius noticed us, so he came to talk to us. He kind of said, well, you know, this is interesting, what do you think? Please come and find out more. I went to Marius, but I must admit, one of the things that really interested me in this was I didn't really tell him at the time, some quite close personal experience of what he was talking about. You're making quite light of it, but you're actually saying to me that there was a point where your credibility as a professional within your institution was being questioned.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't like in my group to do this kind of research.
People very much wanted to start groups, but they felt frightened. They felt frightened because they were worried about making things worse. They didn't necessarily feel they had the skills.
By accident, I was a part of a conference with the English nursing organization. They have a conference in Denmark, and by accident I went up there Friday morning, and Mike Smith was speaking. He was talking about how you could work with people who hear the voices, and that was a really turning point for me.
What I repeatedly see is that when voice hearers present their stories, that it has a huge impact on both voice hearers and professionals.
Favourite driver today has got to be the Lamborghini. Wonderful looking car, very, very powerful, very loud. This is one of the most relaxed racing days that I've ever seen.
Today we've just been running through all the technical stuff for the lights, the cameras.
We're all in civvies, own costume, our own clothes.
We've been rehearsing in the church. It's all on location. When they've done these things before, it's been in a studio where you've got a controlled set. Here, it's totally different.
You have to be so specific with your moves and your dialogue so they know what camera angles to do next. So it's more technical, so it's mentally more tiring than usual.
In 5 and action, there's none of that. It's all... and you're off. It's really different for us.
We're coming completely from the Emmerdale village. We're not using any of our studio spaces. We've got about 400 cast and crew working on it. I mean, the scale is absolutely huge, to be honest. It's the biggest thing we've ever done at Emmerdale, and it's really exciting.
We've got 2 different weddings that have completely different looks. On top of that, we also, of course, have all the extras.
Well, we're on day 4 of building the marquee for the wedding. We have also got a designer and a team in the village hall, which has been transformed into the maternity ward for the hospital. On a normal show, we've always got time to reset anything, but not on a live.
There's millions of people running around in the background, making sure that my skirt's straight, my shoes are all right, the light's on me, that the right camera's in the right place.
In one of the scenes, we've got a camera move which takes about 40 seconds. It's unplugging the camera, running up the street, plugging it in, and then picking up the actor into that next shot.
What are you doing here?
You always think you can play by your own rules, don't you?
You're spending the night in the cells.
Give it me!
Get away from me.
You don't like people getting in your face, is that it? When people won't quit and all you want is to be left alone.
You better enjoy your freedom while you still can, because I swear I'm going to put you behind bars.
One last time. Leave my family alone.
Let him take his course. Time for now. Ready?
I'm standing in the middle of nowhere. I'm near Littlewell Crags. I've no car, no money, and I've no idea how I'm going to get home.
Stop wasting my time!
So, I'm allowed to see your place at last. And you've got a bigger television than me, I'm not having that.
So you've had a rough morning. It can't be that bad.
Yeah, actually it is.
Come on, then. What happened?
Well, first of all, I humiliated myself with my pathetic excuse for a speech. And then Vaughan humiliated me in front of all my colleagues.
So, you take the afternoon off, and then you go in tomorrow with your head held high?
Carl.
I'm serious. The only way you're going to
Carl,
prove to these...
shut up, please. Just hold me.